So we worked a lot on the double tack, and we watched this video of the Dutch before, and we looked at how they went straight to second tack and chopped their hands on their legs. Okay, none of us really got that, but Ella was really good at dropping the helm straight to go into that second tack. So what we talked about a lot in debrief was how sheeting on our main sheet, like Tom is there, keeping that leech tension to pivot the boat. Okay, obviously this wasn't a realistic setting, like there was only 3 people on the line, but we were still able to practice that skill. It just wasn't quite the same as if there was 100 boats. But what we found is those that with less control of their boat handling were far more likely to infringe and needed more space to do a double tack. So practicing this boat handling is quite important, because that means you can do a double tack into a smaller space. Now this double tack is really important because we do need that gap to leeward off the start line, because that leeward boat's the one that causes us problems and spits us off the start line. So we do want to be aggressively doing these double tacks, which I was really impressed with all you guys and how hard you were trying to get nice and tight under that boat to windward and create the gap to leeward. Now of course there was a lot of infringement going on, that's fine, it was new moves, we're all just learning. But the main things were main sheet tension. Those without main sheet tension were finding it really slow to go through the tacks and losing control, and just dropping the helm for the second tack. So a lot of you were just fiddling around with your hands and sailing for ages when you realised that you could literally let go of your rudder like in a 360 and the boat would swing straight into that second tack for you. And then we worked on this quick save skill. If we're stuck in irons and we just have nothing on the rudder, we can just grab that boom and pivot the bow down quickly. Okay, so on the reach, we're working on doing that ease at precisely the right time so the boat releases and accelerates in a gust. We simulate that with a wave. Now Sam, see, you have an ease here, you're hanging on the main sheet and the boat just rounds up. And Jasper, same thing. Right now, hike and ease. Shoulders down, ease, and you don't do it. So you're hanging on that main sheet and the boat just rounds up. Now it's too subtle to see her easing her main sheet through her hand, but look at the front of her sail and it backwinds a lot. Now this is the reaching version of feathering, but we don't want to round up to feather on a reach. We ease our sail to feather. So when that boat's loading and about to round up, Lucy's easing, and once that boat's shooting down the wave, she's working her main sheet, 2 hands, and you see it here, and pulls it back in again. So working her sheet, and that's how she's keeping the boat going on the reach and not rounding up. See there, 2 hands working the sheet. Nice. Alright, so here's some sailing and bailing. Now the main thing you need to work on here, Dawson, and this applies to a lot of you, is anticipation. So there's a gust coming here, we should be starting to feather before it hits. So we all should be feathering now, and once the boat's starting to round up, the only thing you can really do is ease and correct it. And here's another one. So we're just very reactive, so we're letting it round up and then dealing with it later, but look how much speed we lose through all of that. So as soon as, first of all, we want to start gently pushing that tiller and feathering before the gust hits. If we miss that opportunity, we do have to ease. As soon as the boat's heeling, we have to ease the sheet. It's the only way to stop it rounding up. Right, here's some sailing and bailing from Luke. So this is a nice lull, so he's taking an opportunity and he's getting the water out. So this looks really good. And as soon as he stopped bailing, he's got that sheet straight back in. So that looks awesome. Alright, so what I like here about what Greta does is every time a puff comes on and she's just not happy with her speed, or she just drops the bailer, readjusts, gets back to full speed. Okay, and then, oh yeah, here's a good opportunity to bail. No, too much sheet out, puff on, I'm going to readjust. I'm going to get going fast again and wait for my next opportunity to bail. So the main thing Greta's doing well here is stopping bailing when it's not going perfectly, readjusting, getting your boat going fast, and picking another opportunity in a lull and dropping it in the gusts.